Have had some beautiful weather across the valley, but it's also been a baffling week. We started it out with some snow flurries, and now we are back to some cooler conditions, although much better. We're on the better side of that spectrum there. So across the state, we're starting to see some 40s on the eastern end as far as Fort Payne, and then looking at Atlanta, even Auburn, still in some 50s, and then Tuscaloosa at 53. I don't think these two cities will be agreeing about anything. They agreed earlier on one temperature hours ago, but that's neither here nor there. Looking in Huntsville at 50. Nice and comfortable for the evening. We're starting to get back to those fall feel-like temperatures. Taking a closer look across the valley, though, we have a widespread of some low end 60s all the way down to some upper 40s. So each community is still kind of feeling a fall-like evening. If you're still out and about, you're going to have some great weather to enjoy the rest of the night. Looking ahead to Saturday, though, we're getting back up to some very warm weather. 77 is the high for tomorrow, seeing some increasing clouds every now and again, but it's going to be a breezy day overall. We'll continue to see the days start out in some of those low end 50s to the upper end 50s by Sunday. Rain chances anticipated to start your Sunday morning, though. The expectation is some slight showers every now and again, seeing that throughout the morning. So if you're an early riser getting up for church, maybe you're walking your dog, taking a quick run, you may want to keep that umbrella on standby or just a rain jacket nearby, and not expecting a long term shower expected for the day, but 70s where we'll be pushed back to with that rain cooled air just a tad. And then we're back to our average 67 by Monday. Drier day expected, although the warm front that's been kind of parked over a good portion of the southeastern states starting to move farther south. That's what we're expecting to see in the next couple of days. So Saturday, walking through it, we start out in those 50s, keeping a decent breeze throughout most of the day. Nice and comfortable. Like I mentioned, breezy, increasing clouds for the afternoon. 74 is where we'll sit for a good portion of the afternoon. Highs expected to be about 77. Some areas could see an 80 in the mix, but so far we're anticipating everyone to stay well below that. Looking at the evening, quite clear. 65 is where we'll sit by the evening. Rain that I mentioned will start to get back into the forecast in the work week. So Monday will be dry, but as we get to Tuesday and Wednesday, once that warm front moves, that kind of shifts a bit with our atmosphere. We start to see some rain chances swing back into the forecast, but we're also expecting a stronger setup for some heavier showers to come by Friday. There's that 50% there. So scattered on Thursday, definite on Friday. We're expecting to see that opportunity for those showers to come in. We're still kind of gauging what that will look like as far as severity. Right now, we're not expecting anything severe, but enough for you to pay attention and make sure you're driving safely that day. As we get closer to next Friday, we'll figure out what exactly to expect, because we go from 68 temperature wise to 56 by Saturday. So we're taking a massive drop in our temperatures at that point. But by that next Monday, looks like we'll return back to those 60s, and hopefully we're expecting to dry out by Thanksgiving, but we will keep you up to date as we get closer to that end of the forecast. For now, I'm going to toss it over to our good friend Carl.